Hi, I live on West End Lane. I look out my back window and there's a huge Sainsbury's with a huge car park. And next to it is a Waitrose with a huge car park. I go out my door, I turn right, and I come to a Sainsbury's and a Tesco.
What's the question?
The question is, the deliveries, the lorries that park outside Tesco midday cause tremendous traffic congestion. There's always traffic congestion in West End Lane. What are you going to do about it? And why have we got so many bloody supermarkets?
Okay, I think one of those is a broad socioeconomic question about retail, but let's start off with, I know that the Lib Dems have a comment here. Julian, you want to...
I've been campaigning against Tesco lorries since they opened 2 years ago or 3 years ago. They didn't need planning permission to move into that site because it's deemed not change of use. I have been campaigning for them to do something about their lorries since they opened. They tell me, I've spoken to their public affairs people, they say that they are responding to the needs of local people, which are the people who live above Tesco's, who they agree that they would not deliver after 4:30 in the afternoon. So that's why we have lorries coming at all times of the day. They also don't use their own lorries, they use outside suppliers. So that's another problem of trying to plan when the lorries are going to arrive. With Sainsbury's, when Sainsbury's opened, I spent a lot of time with them and we have no problems with Sainsbury's. They use their own small lorries after 8 o'clock at night or before 7 o'clock in the morning, and we get no complaints from them. We've spoken to Tesco's. I asked a question in full council and found that they'd been given 240 parking tickets in the last year, which amounted to about £18,000. And they don't care, they just pay the money. We're now setting up a petition for local people to sign to go to the CEO to see if they can do something about their parking. The other problem is that we've raised it with Camden Council, and Camden are now trying to negotiate with Tesco's about all the Tesco shops in Camden and get an agreement. But they've said it's going to take another 2 months or so before they get any answer. So I've been battling this for 2 years, and I'm still fighting, and we will get there in the end. But and if we get support from local people beyond the people who just live upstairs, then that might help.
Thank you. I do understand that you may know more than me. I do understand that the Waitrose application, which is moving into Pizza Express, is delayed because of issues with deliveries. So Camden is kind of trying to enforce that there if it didn't with Tesco's. Nick?
Sorry, just some basic thoughts on this. Gillian, it's been great to be doing it for 2 years. I phoned them up today and they agreed to go and change the delivery times between 10 and 2 so as not to interfere at least with the truck rush hour. I thought that was the easiest way to do. Well, it hasn't actually worked.
Given Tesco's just-in-time delivery system, it'll be interesting to see if they stick to that. Anyone else? Okay, I'll take one of you guys. I'll take James, because you've had quite a few.
I think, well, clearly this is a big issue. I mean, over the past 2 years, for the work that I've been doing in the local area, talking to lots of local residents, it's come up. It's come up more than most issues. And I think, despite Julian's hard work, it comes as a big surprise, really, that it was only 3 months or so ago that you asked this question about the number of times that they'd made parking infringements. And this is an issue that I've gone to Phil Jones, who's in charge of parking on Camden Council. He's been negotiating with Tesco to create a memorandum of understanding. We've already seen parking notices go down by about 33%, but that's not good enough. We need to go further. And I think we're making good ground on this, and we'd actually like the other parties to help us petition the government to give the council the power to fine corporations who see committing these parking infringements as a sunk cost. They see it as something on their balance sheets. they don't recognise that it affects local people immeasurably. And so this is something we really want to tackle, and I think it'd be good to have support from the other parties to go to the government with that.
Thank you, James. It always slightly confuses me when a company racks up £18,000 worth of fines and isn't prosecuted, because if any of us did that, we'd be prosecuted. So I never quite understood how that